We have two onboard cameras aboard Little Hurricane today. Forward view and a rear view. Of course, there's a rear view aboard Little Hurricane. Two 2.5s. Freeze Frame Video Productions really enjoys bringing you these onboard cameras because of the exciting pictures that they bring, as you can see right there, the rear view aboard Little Hurricane, and we hope to bring you even more in the future. We have 6 onboards for today's race, and hopefully in the future races for this season we'll have even more than 6. Now we're looking at the overview of the boats approaching the race course. There's the pace boat in the lead, as now we're getting very close to the race course. As you can see, we are very close to the beach. And, of course, many spectators along the beach will be watching this race, this Great American Series. There's the dealer pace boat, yellow flag, many of the officials aboard the dealer. And there they are. Once again, there's the dealer pace boat, many spectator boats in the background, getting ready to watch this first of 2 races. These, of course, are the S boats. And there's the initial grid there, right there, with Mobile One, Intense Marine, and Locomotion. In the starting grid, there is the pace boat, once again, very close to the beach. Mobile One and Locomotion getting ready for the beginning of this 1995 Great American Series. As we look forward, we can tell you that the dealer pace boat has pulled off the course, and now we are approaching the start-finish boat. And apparently the dealer pace boat likes the way the boats are lined up in the starting grid. As we approach now the beginning of this race, we're approaching, and we've got the green flag now. The first annual Great American Series here in Fort Pierce, Florida has begun. It's underway. Mobile One, little flying going on with Rob Loeffler and Tom Russell. Let's see it again. Great start in his first race of the Great American Series, going to the immediate lead. Brand new 30-foot motion, Locomotion, powered by two 2.5 EFIs. The throttle man is Alex Ramos. He's also the owner and driver of record. Driving today, Bill Ford from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Locomotion Racing Team would like to thank crew members, especially Eddie, and of course also Ed from Motion Marine. New boat for the 1995 season, Locomotion, number 14, right now in first place in the Great American Series. Alex Ramos and Bill Ford aboard this brand new 30-foot motion. Going around the first turn, a lot of laps, 25 laps in this race. 2.5 to 3 mile closed oval course. As you can see, bumpy waters off of Fort Pierce, Florida. As we said, this is the first of 2 races. This first race has only the S-class boats. The second race will contain the B-class. Along with Locomotion, there are 3 other 30-foot motions in this race. There's In Motion, Cutting Edge, and Concattack. 4 in all, 4 30-foot motions. Right now you're watching Locomotion in first place in S-class in this first race. Alex Ramos and Bill Ford aboard Locomotion. Many spectator boats in the background. Great vantage point, of course, along the beach isn't bad either. This course is only about 400 feet off the Fort Pierce beach. And that by design to make it very accessible for the spectators. Great race. Going around the turn, Locomotion. 2.5 mile oval course. is Mobile One with Rob Loeffler and Mr. Russell aboard. Mobile One now picking up on Locomotion. Mobile One on the inside. On the outside, it's Locomotion. Mobile One now gained little distance over Locomotion. Battle going on here between these two S-boats, Mobile One and Locomotion. On the outside now, Locomotion picking up some room. Locomotion and Mobile One battling it out here for first place in this first race of S-boats. On the outside, Locomotion now picking up some room. Mobile One on the inside. C4 Mobile One, a 28-foot skater powered by two modified 200s. Aboard driver Tom Russell and throttle man Rob Loeffler, both from Fort Lauderdale. Mobile One. Rob Loeffler, owner throttle man, was just inducted into the Hall of Champions for the second consecutive year. Mobile One, 3 consecutive national championships in stock class. As we said, Tom Russell, or Mr. Russell, the driver for Mobile One. And Mobile One would like to thank their sponsors, including VDO, Quality Machine Products, Rex Marine, CMC Powerlift, and Timothy Wall Nationwide Insurance. Going around the turn there, very close between Mobile One and Locomotion. Mobile One on the inside, Locomotion on the outside. Hanging and banging going on here in these rough waters off of Fort Pierce, Florida. In this first race in the Great American Series, Mobile One now picking up some room, as you can see. Very competitive racing going on here between these two S-boats, Mobile One and Locomotion. The Mobile One racing team would also like to thank Mr. Albert Ensweiler, the crew chief. Mobile One on the inside, Locomotion on the outside. Very competitive right now in the early moments of this race. Mobile One took the pole position in this race right now on the inside. Mobile One. There is Team Hydrolift, also known as the Taz Racing Team, coming up very quickly. Coming up. Team Hydrolift placed 4th in qualifying time, but right now is up right there with the leaders. Team Hydrolift in the middle. There's Locomotion on the outside, Mobile One on the inside. Very, very close here. All of these 3 boats battling for first place in S-Class. Unbelievable racing going on. Our helicopter pilot, Russell Kilpatrick, doing a great job keeping up with these boats. Mobile One, Team Hydrolift, and Locomotion on the outside. All hanging and banging in these rough waters here. All very close. First, second, and third. Mobile One still holding a very slim lead. And they're in the middle. Team Hydrolift, also known as the Taz Racing Team. And we got Locomotion on the outside. Going around the turn now. 25 laps in this race. 2.5-mile course. A lot of flying going on as you see Team Hydrolift picking up some air. Mobile One in the lead as we go around the turn. S69 Team Hydrolift, the 28-foot Hydrolift powered by two 2.5 BFIs. Driver Butch Brickle from Miami, Florida. Throttleman Todd Diariba from Isla Mirada. Team Hydrolift currently in second place there with Mobile One in the lead. Team Hydrolift S69. You can see how close we are to the beach. Great for spectators. Uh-oh, getting a little crazy there. S69. Team Hydrolift. Let's see it again. Okay, S69 Team Hydrolift right now in second place in this race. They've gone about 3 or 4 laps or so. We got lots of laps left, 25 in all in this Great American Series. First race of 2 races. This is the S-Class race. Second race will be in B-Class. Butch Brickle and Todd Diariba aboard this 28-foot Hydrolift. Another jump, another jump. One more time. Very close there, very close to a possible flip, but nice recovery. Going around the turn, Team Hydrolift. Two 2.5 BFIs powering this 28-foot Hydrolift. Bumpy waters. A lot of flying going on today. Mobile One in the lead on the inside, but Team Hydrolift right there behind on the outside. Team Hydrolift and Mobile One battling for first place now in S-Class. Freeze Frame Video would like to wish the Team Hydrolift racing team the very best of luck in this first race here of this Great American Series and the remainder of the 1995 season. Team Hydrolift. Intense Marine, 30-foot max cat powered by two 2.5s. Driver Mike Strickland, Throttleman Peter Lloyd, we believe currently possibly in third place right now. Intense Marine. Intense Marine's Obra Special, as we said, is driven by owner-driver Mike Strickland, throttled by Peter Lloyd. The team manager is Marley Nicholson. The team is presently looking for a sponsor. The boat is maintained by Scott Mander at Intense Marine. The entire team would like to thank Joe Gates and all the people at GAS, that's the Great American Series, for orchestrating a fantastic new event. Intense Marine, 30-foot max cat, running excellent right now, currently in third place. Mike Strickland and Peter Lloyd doing a fine job right now aboard Intense Marine. They took a second place in St. Cloud earlier this year. Some of the other competition in S-Class includes Team Florida, Concatac, Spirit of Houston, and In Motion. Right now it's Intense Marine, currently in third place. Going around the turn. As we said, 25 laps in all for this race. Right now we're on about the fifth lap or so. So plenty of racing left here in this Great American Series. As we said, a lot of flying going on there. We see the slow-mo. Fine job, Mike Strickland, driving Throttleman Peter Lloyd. C-21, Intense Marine. Intense Marine out of Miami is your home for all your high performance needs, inboards as well as outboards. Another jump. Intense Marine in third place in S-Class. S9 Cutting Edge right now, running unbelievably. We did not see this boat at the start of this race, but right now it's right up there at the top of the pack, passing all of the other boats in the interim. S9 Cutting Edge, running excellent right now. 30-foot motion, powered by two 200-horse-powered outboards, Mercury outboard. The driver, Alan Butler from Corpus Christi. Throttleman Gary Ballou from Boca Raton, Florida. Cutting Edge. Crew Chief Larry Butler, special thanks to Larry Butler and also Mr. Cecil Hawkins. Cutting Edge took a second place earlier this year in St. Cloud. It is your APBA Stock Class World Champion. Cutting Edge S9. Alan Butler and Gary Ballou aboard this 30-foot motion. As we said, apparently there might have been some problems with Cutting Edge in the beginning. We did not see it at the beginning of this race, but right now it is on fire. And the top of the pack, S9. Nice throttling job there, Gary Ballou from Boca Raton. We have 4 motions in this race. Cutting Edge, one of them, 30-foot motion. All the spectator boats, nice flying there, nice jump. Let's see it again. Cutting Edge running excellent right now. We look forward to seeing Cutting Edge in South Padre Island, Texas in a couple of weeks. That's just a short hop, skip, and a jump from Alan Butler's hometown of Corpus Christi for the first national APBA race of the 1995 season. Freeze frame video is looking forward to being there. We'll have a helicopter and 6 onboard cameras at South Padre Island. There you see Cutting Edge on the inside with Mr. Alan Butler and Gary Ballou. On the outside is Locomotion. Cutting Edge now passing Locomotion. Apparently there is a yellow flag out on the course. The entire course is under yellow. As we see, though, Cutting Edge at the top of the pack right now, in motion on the outside, running very well. All the motion boats are running excellent in this race today. And there you see the yellow flag upfield. Yellow flag right now in this great American series. So with the yellow flag out, here is the lineup so far. Mobil 1 is the leader, followed by Team Hydrolift, Intense Marine, and Cutting Edge. A tremendous effort by Cutting Edge, which we believe started all the way last, back of the pack, has moved all the way up to 4th place. Cutting Edge, a tremendous performance so far in this great American series. Little flying going on there with Little Hurricane, a 26-foot red line, powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Now, Little Hurricane is owned and driven by Steve Page and throttled by John Christensen. The Harmsco Hurricane race team was so impressed with this new Grand American Series that, well, they brought the old chiller out of retirement and slapped a couple of 2.5 EFIs in order to be part of history-making event, this great American Series. We have 2 cameras aboard Little Hurricane, one with a forward view, one with a rear view. In just a few moments, we're going on board Little Hurricane to listen to some of the conversation between Steve Page and John Christensen. Took place on the parade lap shortly before the start of the race.
Hang on, you gotta back down a little bit.
I'd stay right in the middle of them, and we might be able to shoot up through them on the next lap.
This ain't a start.
I know.
Blue's down. This must be the turn here, huh?
Coming up to it. Nah, this is a start-finish. Okay, there's a yellow flag on the start-finish boat. That's it, right beside us.
All right. Hang on.
I know, I'm just practicing some accelerating.
Interesting conversation between Mr. John Christensen and Steve Page. Now, of course, we're looking at the rear view. Just listen and look at those motors. As we've said, this race really is a NASCAR-style qualifying race, which has a starting grid, and it's being tried here first at Fort Pierce and will be used again in Palm Beach during the first annual Palm Beach County Grand Prix Festival in September. Hank Harms and Harmsco likes this so much that they are the host of that Palm Beach County Grand Prix Festival and invite all offshore race teams to attend and compete regardless of their affiliation with any sanctioning body. The event is a worldwide invitational APBA and UIM sanctioning. And Freeze Frame Video will be proud to be a part of that event come September, the Palm Beach County Grand Prix Festival. There you see our camera there. 2 cameras with a rear view, and there's the rear view, and of course the front view. 2 cameras aboard Little Hurricane. We have 6 in all in this race today. Let's go back on board now in the cockpit with John Christensen and Steve Page. Listen to their conversation as they get the green flag.
You're going way too tight because you're going to have to go tighter around this one now.
All right.
Stay a lot wider than that.
All right.
Hey, the pace boat's in the middle.
We don't have a start until you get to the
I know.
start finish.
Just get ready.
Watch Blue, he's down.
I see him. Get on the right-hand side of Blue. There you go. That's where you need to be.
Stay behind Blue. Get back.
We
Pull back.
We got a green flag. Okay, let's go. Stay away from him. Get away from him. Whoa.
Hang on.
I see him.
Well, we certainly have a front row seat here riding along with Steve Page and John Christensen with our onboard camera. And these guys are taking a lot of abuse here with these rough waters off of Fort Pierce, Florida.
Hang on. Hang on.
I see him. Don't go tight.
Okay.
Just stay in the middle. We ain't racing yet. Don't worry. Ain't no big deal.
Hang on. See Carlton?
Okay, come on. Let's go. Start turning it. Come on around. Come on. Don't get behind him.
Back to a helicopter shot. Mr. Russell Kilpatrick doing a great job. Kilpatrick Helicopters. Lil Hurricane, John Christensen, and Steve Page. Nice rattling job, John Christensen. Lil Hurricane, a 26-foot red line. How sweet it is, a 24-foot skater powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Driver owner Carl Myers from Canada's New York. Throttleman is Hurley Stepp. Now, Hurley Stepp is throttling today because, well, How Sweet It Is had a mishap in the qualifying times and failed to qualify. And George Peterson, who was throttling, was hurt. He fractured a shoulder, but he is okay. Apparently, How Sweet It Is, this 24-foot skater stuffed it, and that was the problem. But everyone is okay, and Carl Myers and Hurley Stepp in the race today. Now, Carl Myers has had almost just about every possible skater you could have. This 24-foot skater was his very first race boat in 1990. He has not raced it since 1992. Of course, the boat has been raced, but he hasn't driven it, so this is an interesting race for him right now, being in this 24-foot skater. Since the 24-footer, he has purchased a 32-footer, then a 28-footer, and, of course, the 40-footer skater, which he has raced very well in Key West. The only one he doesn't have is a 46-foot skater. Just one boat short of buying the whole line of skaters. Sir Carl Myers doing an excellent job, as is Hurley Stepp right now in this great American series. In just a few moments, we're going aboard with Mr. Carl Myers and Hurley Stepp with our onboard camera, and there they are. Let's catch some of the action. Nice rattling job, Hurley Stepp. Filling in for Mr. George Peterson. Hurley Stepp doing an excellent job. Nice driving, Carl Myers. Rough waters off of Fort Pierce. We're inside this 24-foot skater powered by two 2.5s. Let's listen. There you saw some of the great action there inside the cockpit. So Hurley Stepp on throttle and Carl Myers driving in these bumpy waters here at Fort Pierce. And you can see what goes on inside to keep abreast here, keep in the race in this great American series. There's our onboard camera there, as you can see, right behind Hurley Stepp and Carl Myers. And now you know why we like them so much, because of the great pictures they bring you. They put you right there in the cockpit, right in the race. Get a feel for really what's going on. The freeze frame video production crew would like to wish the How Sweet It Is racing team the very best of luck in this race and the rest of the 1995 season, no matter what skater they might be driving in the race. Who knows? One day it may be a 46-footer. There's the beach. Back on board now. Back on board. How sweet it is. Going around the turn, as you saw the buoy there. You see the beach in the distance. Conch attacked the 25-foot motion with 2 Mercury outboards. Driver Jorge Paulo from Miami, Florida. And throttleman is Jose Laszlo, also from Miami, Florida. Conch attacked. Now, the Conch attacked racing team would like to thank Raleigh from El Mulo de Oro Pawn Shop, and also Alberto Suarez and Mike Hidalgo. Conch attack, 25-foot motion, running excellent in this great American series. A little flying going on there. Rough waters. Let's see one more time. Nice recovery. Conch attack. That's the sort of thing that all of these drivers are being faced with today because of the rough waters here off of Fort Pierce. Conch attack qualified in 6th place in the qualifying times here in S class. Jorge Polo and Jose Laszlo. They're both from Miami, Florida. So they're not too far away from home right now. There you see the spectator boats in the background. As we said, this course, which is a closed oval, is only about 400 feet off the shore. So you've got spectators on the beach and spectators on the boats, and all in a very close range, close proximity to this race. 25 laps in all. We figure we're on the 9th or 10th lap right now, so a lot of racing is left. Dee Kimes is probably having her hands full right now. She's the chief scorer, keeping track of all these boats on this very short race course. As we said now, the final lap will be displayed with a white flag on the final lap of this race, and when we do have a checkered flag, the leader coming in to finish this race, the race will then be shut down. All the boats will stop, and they will finish in the position that they were in when that checkered flag went down. Jorge Polo and Jose Laszlo from Miami, Florida, doing an excellent job in this 25-foot motion. Now, we feel right now the leaders in this race in S-Class are Mobil 1, Cutting Edge, Taz, and Intense Marine. Concatac having a fine day. All the motion boats are doing excellent in this race today. Team Florida 24-foot skater powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboards. As we move into this 24-foot skater, we can tell you that driver's Tad Kimes. He's from Key West, Florida. Throttle Ed Spaeth from Lakeland, Florida. Team Florida took a first place in St. Cloud earlier this year. The Team Florida racing team would like to thank Powertran Batteries and also Corey Titoli from Royal Batteries. They are the sponsors of Team Florida. Tad Kimes and Ed Spaeth doing an excellent job aboard this Team Florida racing team. 24-foot skater. Nice handling there. Tad Kimes. Two 200-horsepower Mercury outboards. Many boats in the background. These bumpy waters, these rough weather conditions today are giving the throttlemen a real workout. Some of the other competitors in S-Class include Mobile One, Cutting Edge, Spirit of Houston, How Sweet It Is, Taz Intense Marine, Concatac, Locomotion, and In Motion. 11 boats in all, and S-Class in this race. This is the first race of this Grand American Series, sometimes also known as the Harbortown Classic. The first of two races. In the second race, it'll be the B boats. A great format and an interesting format here in Fort Pierce, Florida. Very similar to NASCAR racing, where we have the starting grid formation. And there they are. There is Tad Kimes and Ed Spaeth in Team Florida, 24-foot skater in this Grand American Series. Spirit of Houston on the outside, a 28-foot skater overtaking Concatac on the inside. Spirit of Houston powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Driver Roger Rogers from Fort Myers, Florida. Throttleman William Westbury from Houston, Texas. Spirit of Houston. Concatac on the inside. Spirit of Houston now picking up some more room. Some of the other S boats in this race include Mobile One, Cutting Edge, How Sweet It Is, Taz, Intense Marine. As we said, Concatac overtaken just a few moments ago. Team Florida, Locomotion, and In Motion. Roger Rogers and Bill Westbury. Spirit of Houston qualified in 7th place in the time trials. And of course, the Spirit of Houston racing team looking forward to see everyone at South Padre Island in a couple of weeks, and of course also Galveston, Texas at the end of the season. There you see the beach in the background, Fort Pierce, and of course many spectators there, and some of the people that are there on the beach that freeze frame video would like to acknowledge are, first off, Jim Kimes. Jim set the course, and he's also operating race control. He's a great help to freeze frame video. We'd like to thank him for that. Also, Captain Bill and Diane from Racer's Edge, the hottest racing newspaper around. Racer's Edge. But right now, you're looking at Spirit of Houston, 28-foot skater in the Grand American Series. In Motion, a 25-foot motion powered by two 200-horsepower Johnson outboards. Mr. Steve Dorozensky and Tim Steiner aboard. The boat is owned and throttled by Tim Steiner. It's driven by Steve Dorozensky. This is a new boat for Tim and Steve. and the boat is sure getting put to the test today. This will be the 5th year in the APBA stock class for Steve and Jim, and we wish them all the very best of luck for this race and, of course, the rest of the 1995 racing season. In motion, 25-foot motion. Just listen to those Johnson outboards. Nice throttling job there, Tim Steiner. Of course, driver Steve Durzinski. Steve's from Naples, Florida. So is Tim. This is the 1995 Grand American Series. This is the last boat, the last S boat that we will be covering for you. The S race is now coming to a close. And very shortly, we will have the final results in this first of 2 races in this Grand American Series, sometimes known as the Harbortown Classic as well, here in Fort Pierce, Florida. B-boats coming up. The problem is overlooking the parade lap right now, and there is Mr. Technology right there, 34-foot Phantom, powered by 2 600-horsepower Mercury inboards. Ron Poley and Will Smith aboard Mr. Technology, heading for the parade lap here in this second race of B-boats at this Grand American Series here in Fort Pierce, Florida. Mr. Technology, 34-foot Phantom, heading for the parade lap. Of course, parade lap, and then we get this race started. Ron Polly and Will Smith aboard Mr. Technology. Once again, there you see the parade lap and some of the boats there in the distance. We can tell you first off the order of position in the grid in this B-class boat. First off in their qualifying time, Power Play was #1. Qualifier took the pole position, followed by Dragon Lady, Mr. K, Scott Free, Team Thoroughbred, Mr. Technology, Frank's Marine, and Pittman Photo Express. We're on board Dragon Lady now. Let's listen to what's going on.
Okay, now we may be getting ready to start here, guys. He'll come around.
Not that we would notice. I can't go slow enough to see the pace boat.
No, he's gonna cut off, I think. But I don't think he'll cut off this way. We got the helicopter on us. We have to hang on for dear life.
I see nothing.
I see him. He's on our right.
On our right. Yellow. Yellow.
Those guys are going to work hard today. So are we. I wish Reggie could see this. Oh, he's...
Send him a tape.
We have 2 onboard cameras. On Dragon Lady, there's our rear view camera, the view from the rear view. And of course, 6 onboard cameras during this race. They're in the parade lap right now. The boats very shortly will be lining up in the grid for the start of this race, the second race in this Grand American Series of B-boats. Power Play in the pole position. There's Power Play right now in the pole position at #1 qualifying time. There are the other boats, Dragon Lady, Mr. K. Very similar to NASCAR rules, this starting grid format. Getting ready now as they go around the turn. Still in their grids. And we got Power Play, Dragon Lady, and Mr. K. Pace boat up ahead. It'll cut off the course when it thinks that the boats are ready. Powerplay, Dragon Lady, and Mr. K all lined up in the grid. Waiting for the green flag. There's Mr. K on the outside, Dragon Lady and Powerplay. And now we've got the green flag. The second race of B-Boats has begun. The Grand American Series with Powerplay, Dragon Lady, and Mr. K in the starting grid formation. Now let's get a little conversation aboard Dragon Lady. Let's go aboard. There's Dragon Lady.
There's a green flag.
There's a rear view aboard Dragon Lady. Dragon Lady, a 38-foot fountain powered by two 640 horsepower Troy Dennis inboards with Mercruiser drive. The driver, Ron Reed from Avon Lake, Ohio. Throttle, Art Lilly. Navigator, Susan Reed. Now, this revolutionary new hull design was developed and tested by Reggie Fountain, president of Fountain Powerboats, as Dragon Lady goes around the first turn. Dragon Lady holds the kilo record for its class with an average 100.107 miles per hour in the B-class boat category. Dragon Lady. The crew of Dragon Lady wishes to thank Chris Dillian and Graphic Effects in Dania, Florida for the design work, and also Art Lilly and his crew for the beautiful paint work on Dragon Lady. Also, his thanks to Jag Haney of Haney Performance Rigging in Greenville, North Carolina. Mr. K on the outside, Mr. K, and you see Dragon Lady there with a slight lead over Mr. K. Dragon Lady, a 38-foot fountain. Early moments of the second race of B-class boats in this Grand American Series. Nice throttling job there. Art Lilly from Millersville, Maryland. Earlier this year, Dragon Lady took a first place in St. Cloud and was second overall. Ron Reed, Art Lilly, and Susan Reed aboard Dragon Lady. Once again, our rear view shot with our onboard camera. There's our helicopter in the distance. Sir Russell Kilpatrick from Kilpatrick Helicopters. Bob Endress at B&M Marine Performance provided the two-speed PMT 1000 transmissions that are helping Dragon Lady accelerate. Also accelerate to the world kilo record in Washington, North Carolina in the Fountain Kilo Run last year. Great shot. Just listen to those Troy Dennis inboards. Dragon Lady, a helicopter shot. Right now in the lead in the B-class boat competition. Dragon Lady qualified in second place in the time trials. Beautiful blue sky in the distance with some puffy clouds, but the waters are somewhat rough today, making for a lot of flying going on in this race. And there is power play on the inside with Dragon Lady on the outside. Battle going on here for first place in this B-class boat competition. Power play on the inside. It's Dragon Lady on the outside. Now, power play is a 33-foot power play powered by two 600-horsepower power play inboards with Mercruiser drive. The driver, Gary Cobley from Fort Worth, Texas. There's the power play on the inside now. Dragon Lady picking up a little bit of a distance there on the outside. Once again on board as we see this rear view. Once again, our helicopter shot. As we were saying, the driver, Gary Cobley from Fort Worth, Texas. Throttleman Dan Weinstein from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, aboard power play. Dragon Lady on the outside now picking up some more distance on power play. Power play, a 33-footer recently purchased by Gary and Kelly Cobley of Fort Worth, Texas. Gary's been a major sponsor since this boat's inception. Further, his family has been known in the unlimited hydro racing as Maverick Marine. Gary will drive the boat while Dan Weinstein handles the throttles. This boat is no stranger to the rough waters off the Florida coast. Power play is located in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. There, as you can see on the turn now, power play picking up some room. Seems that power play has an advantage on the turns. Let's see what happens. Dragon Lady on the outside. Power play now making its move. Power play cutting around the turn, passing Dragon Lady. Power play with the advantage on the turns. Dragon Lady a little bit of advantage on the straightaways. A real battle going on here in B-class between power play and Dragon Lady. Power play is a composite hull. It's on its fourth season of racing and has won many titles along the way. In 1993, power play won the respect that goes along with the U.S. 1 National Championship. Are the results of the time trials, and having won the pole position once again, power play has earned the respect of all the entrants in today's race. Also in the field is yet another national champion, A-class champions Frank's Marine, now racing in Mr. K, has taken third in the time trials with Dragon Lady between them. This should make for very interesting racing, and it's happening right now as we see it. The conditions of the race course will be quite different to what all the racers are accustomed to. The tight turns at high speed will take their toll on both the men and their machines, and we just saw that a little while ago as power play was making its move on Dragon Lady on the outside on the turn with the advantage. A little bit of straightaway, lots of turns. Very exciting racing here at the Grand American Series. Once again, power play going around the turn and gaining a little bit of an edge. Gary Cobley and Dan Weinstein aboard power play. Mr. K, a new 33-foot power play boat right out of the box, powered and rigged by Frank's Marine with twin 550-horsepower engines built by Frank. Named Mr. K by his 8-year-old son, whose name is Kendrick, and who was the first one to take the boat out for a test drive. Mr. K Racing is looking to campaign the 1995 national season as well as divisional races. Pepe Ferraro wants to extend his gratitude to Dan Weinstein, owner of Power Play Boats, for putting all his knowledge and effort in building this excellent race hull ready to take any type of weather. Couldn't be better. Driver Raleigh Garcia, navigator Carlos Gonzalez, and throttleman Pepe Ferrara of Mr. K. Pepe Ferrara, who in 1992 and 93 as a driver of Frank's Marine won the national championship as well as the World Cup and other divisional titles. In 94 he was asked to drive as the Worlds in Key West and accomplished the World Cup title once again. Now, I spoke to Pepe before the race and asked him if he had ever throttled before, and his answer as never before I've been in this boat with my son for a test drive, and that was it. But Frank from Frank's Marine, who I consider to be among the best in the throttles, gave me some tips. The most important was that no matter what, I was not going to blow one of his engines, and the equipment and all the rigging could take a lot more than what I could. That was enough for me. Well, I'll go out for as long as I see a boat next to me. Pepe says I'll push these throttles down as hard as I can until the end. Now, the racing team, Mr. K Racing Team, would like to give special thanks and appreciation to Jorge Arancibia, who puts up with Pepe. He is the other owner of Frank's Marine. Also, special thanks to the sponsors, Mayfair Steering, who went out of their way to help us custom all the hardware that went into the boat, and the best boat steering a boat owner can ask for. Also, special thanks to Vila & Son for supporting Mr. K Racing. Vila & Son, the biggest and most professional landscaping contractor in South Florida, doing most of the work for municipalities, Department of Transportation statewide, and also for Disney World. Also, special thanks to Stainless Marine for their great job in the exhaust, Gaffer Gauges, and Reprographia for the excellent job with the vinyl, and Torino Trailers for their backup and keeping the trailer in tip-top shape and ready to travel. Mr. K, just listen to those engines. Mr. K in third place. That's a qualifying time that it had in third place as well. There's power play on the outside. Now in the distance, we see Scott Free. Scott Free, a 26-foot velocity coming up. Scott Free. There it is. Scott Free, 26-foot velocity, powered by one 650 horsepower flagship engine with a Mercruiser drive. The driver is Steve Kildahl from Sarasota, Florida. Throttleman, also Steve. Navigator Larry Luther from Sarasota. Scott Free right now currently in fourth place. It qualified in fourth place as well in the time trials. Scott Free Racing Team would like to thank Steve Stett from Thoroughbred Powerboats, also Flagship Marine for the motor. And Steve Kildahl is the owner-operator of Creek Marine, your home for all your high-performance needs, inboards and outboards. Scott Free Racing. This is the Grand American Series here coming to you from Fort Pierce, Florida. Great racing going on here today. There you see the beach in the background. Many spectators along there watching this competition of B-boats. Earlier today we had the S-boats. The boats in the B-class competition include Mr. K, Dragon Lady, Frank's Marine, Pittman Photo, Powerplay, LA Enterprises, Team Thoroughbred, and Scott Free, which is what you're watching right now, the 26-foot velocity. "25 laps around this 3-mile course. Scott Free in fourth place. Driver Throttleman Steve Kildahl. Navigator Larry Luther. That motor sounds excellent. Flagship motor. A lot of flying going on in this competition because of the bumpy waters here. Frank's Marine, a 24-foot Scorpion powered by one 550 horsepower Frank's Racing inboard. Now, this team has rewritten offshore racing history with 3 consecutive World Cup titles in 92, 93, and 94, as well as 2 national championships in 92 and 93. Numerous local and divisional titles adorn the walls of Frank's Marine, where Frank Iroa Jr., with his partner George Arancibia and the rest of the Frank's Marine crew, custom built and rigged their 24-foot Scorpion hull, which is powered by a 600 horsepower Frank's Marine Racing inboard with Mercruiser drive. Now, the Throttleman engine builder is Frank Iroa Jr. The driver is Richard Queso. Navigator Luis Gutierrez, all from Miami, Florida. Frank's Marine Hooligans Racing Team would like to thank their sponsors, Vila and Son Landscape Contractors, Reprographia, Blueprinting and Computer Graphics, DMI Pistons, Web-On by Torino Trailers, Hooligans Pub and Oyster Bar, and Frank's Marine Corporation for their commitment to excellence in the 1995 season. Frank's Marine took a first place in St. Cloud earlier this year. Frank's Marine. Now, the other boat that Frank has worked on, Mr. K, in this race. Mr. K is currently screaming around the race course, having a great race here in this Grand American Series. But right now, it's Frank's Marine 24-foot Scorpion. Franks Marine going around the turn. Cannon Pittman Photo Express, a 28-foot Manta powered by two 2.5 Mercury EFIs. Aboard Pittman Photo Express, driver Mike Werner from Miami, Florida, throttleman Bill Udick, and navigator Kevin Malpin, also from Miami, Florida. Pittman Photo Express doesn't look like it, but this 28-foot Manta is over 10 years old. Originally a pleasure boat. It's in its 5th year of offshore racing. Whether you're in the market for a sport boat, a race boat, or an open fisherman, Manta Racing out of Hollywood, Florida builds quality custom boats that are made to last. The hydraulic transom jacks are from CMC, Cook Manufacturing of Duncan, Oklahoma. Last year, the CMC power lifts worked perfectly throughout Pittman's entire offshore racing season. The graphics, designed and created by Graphic Effects of Fort Lauderdale, and the boat was painted by Mike Nicholson of St. Cloud, Florida. Pittman Photo Express, 28-foot Manta. Nice throttling job there. Of course, the beach in the background. Spectators watching this Grand American Series. "25 laps around this 3-mile closed oval course. We're on about maybe the 8th or 9th lap at this point, so a lot of racing going on here. LA Enterprises, a 30-foot Wellcraft Scarab, powered by two 500-horsepower inboards with Arneson drives. Aboard driver Lee Austin from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Also navigator Patricia Parton from Fort Lauderdale. Lee is also the throttleman on LA Enterprises. Now we understand there's a yellow flag on the course. A yellow flag. One of the buoys has broken loose. So we have a yellow flag. We're going up to the pace boat very shortly to see what's going on. And there we see the pace boat, and we've got Power Play, Mr. K, and Dragon Lady holding their positions until we get a green flag once again. As we said, we do have a yellow flag on the course at this moment. A buoy has broken loose. Power Play, Mr. K, and Dragon Lady on the outside. There's the pace boat. There's Dragon Lady there in the middle, getting closer to the pace boat. Dragon Lady, Power Play on the inside. Yellow flag on the course. Power Play on the inside. Mr. K on the outside. Team Thoroughbred, a 26-foot Thoroughbred powered by one 850-horsepower Mercury inboard. The driver is Bob Bull from Coca, Florida. He's also the throttleman. Navigator Roy Strickland, also from Coca, Florida. Team Thoroughbred. I'd like to thank Steve Stepp from Thoroughbred. And there's a closer shot there of Bob Bull and Roy Strickland aboard Team Thoroughbred 26-footer. There you see some of the boats in the background. Spectator boats. Team Thoroughbred in its qualifying time placed in 5th place. All right, we got a green flag once again. There's Power Play. We're going to go with the leaders now. There's Power Play. Green flag. Looking upfield now. There is Dragon Lady and Mr. K. Dragon Lady on the inside, Mr. K on the outside. And there we see Mr. K as the green flag has been dropped once again. We are racing one more time. Mr. K. Now we swing over to Dragon Lady on the inside. Right now, Dragon Lady is your leader in this B-class competition. Going around the turn, Dragon Lady. Mr. K on the inside, but Mr. K and Dragon Lady, Mr. K and Dragon Lady, a battle here for B-class. Mr. K and Dragon Lady bow to bow, very close, great competition. Let's listen to those engines. Both racing teams here going all out in this straightaway, in this short course. Mr. K and Dragon Lady. Not much room between these two boats. Just about dead even. Great competition between a power play and a fountain. Mr. K on the inside. On the outside, Dragon Lady. As we go around the turn now, Mr. K taking the advantage and the lead. There's LA Enterprises, a 30-foot Wellcraft Scarab powered by two 500-horsepower inboards with Arneson drives. Driver, Throttleman Lee Austin from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Navigator, Patricia Parton, also from Fort Lauderdale. Now, LA Enterprises was raced in Puerto Rico for 2 years, and in both of those years, they came in second in points. LA Enterprises, 30-foot Wellcraft Scarab. Nice throttling job there, Lee Austin. That's the wake of Frank's Marine there on the outside. LA Enterprises making its move now, passing Frank's Marine. LA Enterprise on the inside, Frank's on the outside. LA Enterprises. Lee Austin and Patricia Parton aboard, doing a fine job here in this Grand American Series. This will be the last boat that we will be covering for you, and very shortly we will have the final results of this B-class competition in the second of 2 races in this Grand American Series here in Fort Pierce, Florida. Soon we will be compiling the final results in the second of 2 races, this B-class competition here in this Grand American Series. And right now, great competition still going on between Mr. K and Dragon Lady. That has yet to be decided. Very shortly, we will know, however, and we will give you the winners. Best of luck to LA Enterprises and their 30-foot Wellcraft Scarab for the rest of this race and the rest of the 1995 racing season. There, as we look along the beach, the many spectators watching this race. Great location for this Grand American Series. And now here are the final results for this B-class.